Here we go now.
Welcome once again to the Solo Promoter Podcast, the show that is one guy talking about tabletop pro wrestling and fighting games solo. This includes Filsinger Games, Legends of Wrestling, Champions of the Galaxy, Go Fight Pal, The Squared Circle, and more. Welcome to the show. My name is Grandpa Choco, and this is episode number 108. Now, before we go any further, I want to send out a special thank you to all the members of the Golden Circle. If it weren't for the Golden Circle channel members, this would not be happening. So a big thank you to all of them for supporting the show and the Solo Promoter YouTube channel every month. And if you would like to become a member of the Golden Circle, you can head on over to solopromoter.com on your desktop computer. I think it also works now on phones, but click the join button that is at solopromoter.com or under any one of our videos on the channel, and then you can join and support the channel. It's $2.99 a month, and you get all the videos early before anybody else. You get exclusive videos. I do a lot of dark matches for the cards that I roll out for Go Fight Pow and for Filsinger Games. So anyway, go check that out. I would love to have you on board as one of the Golden Circle channel members. And thank you to all the Golden Circle channel members who are Golden Circle channel members. All right, well, let's talk about some quick updates before we get to the main topic. First of all, I want to say that because I didn't put out an episode, we blew right past the podcast birthday for this podcast. The very first episode of this podcast, episode number 1, was released on August 18th, 2020. So that's when the first episode of it was called the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. Anyway, we celebrated our birthday. I guess we're 5 years old now. Of course, we've taken time off. The episodes have been sporadic. And so listen, it's not consistent, but we're not dead yet. That's what we're saying. Happy birthday to us. I have been playing some, I haven't had a ton of time on my tabletop. Recently, I've been able to play. I just rolled out a Champions of the Galaxy card last night. I'm recording this on November 17th, 2025. I rolled out a card last night. I think the previous card, I actually just reached over and grabbed my book. The previous card I had rolled out was, I guess November 4th. So it wasn't too long before that, about a week in between. So not playing every single day. I've also played a little bit of Go Fight Pal. That is about it. I don't think I have played anything else. I'll tell you, unrelated, I have been selling a lot of my wrestling figures. So a lot of my free time, instead of playing, has been going to getting those up on eBay and then shipping them out and all that stuff. But you know what? You don't need to hear about that. That's just a quick update of what's been happening on my channel, on my tabletop. You can go to lowpromoter.com or gwfpromoter.com to see my results from my Legends and my Champions of the Galaxy Fed. It is that time of the year when new stuff is coming out, and we've got new stuff from both Filsinger Games and Go Fight Pow. And let me say this, as I'm recording this, the Go Fight Pow Blast Friday sale, not Black Friday, Blast Friday sale is on. They started early. Eric started it early, and he also posted an update that everything that is for sale during Blast Friday is done at the printer and being shipped to him right now. So it is quite possible that the items will ship before Thanksgiving, which is really, really awesome. We could be doing some fun Go Fight Pow gaming over Thanksgiving weekend. So there'll be a link in the show notes to Go Fight Pow. As always, Eric does a bang-up job. The stuff is shipped professionally. The stuff is shipped on time. The stuff is shipped it's really, really great. In all the years that I've been ordering Go Fight Pow, I think I've only ever had one card damaged in the mail. So very, very awesome. I got my order in. I ordered crazy duplicates of everything, but that's just because that's who I am, and I love supporting Go Fight Pow. Filsinger Games is deep in teaser season. They have 2 main game editions that are coming out. They've got the Early Classics 2077, which I am incredibly excited that Daryl Banks is doing the art for. I really do think, I love all the other artists, but I think Daryl Banks is the Champions of the Galaxy guy and should just do all the Champions of the Galaxy stuff. And it makes the stuff look uniform. He's a great artist. Not that the others aren't, but it just all fits together. And I'm really excited about this set. I think I need one more year to catch up where I have already played. But what I may actually start doing is there's kind of these other characters that have been added in over these game editions. So I may go back into my history and roll out some matches from these other wrestlers just to kind of get them in the lore. And this new set, this 2077 set, is going to have a bunch of new names in it and updates and things like that. So very excited to check all of these out. And I'm very excited for that set. And then, of course, Legends. We've had Paul Jones and Bulldog Brower named for the new Legends set. I will say, I get that people love those names. Neither of those names really do it for me, but I could totally see Bulldog Brower being somebody that I would use in my Pacific Northwest Fed. He's just kind of that brawling style that I might bring in. I might be good in there. So I'm not poo-pooing it by any means. I'm just saying that these two are not people I'm necessarily familiar with, just a passing, glancing familiarity with them. But I'm, always great when a Legend set is coming out. That's going to be a lot of fun. And so you can check that out at philsingergames.com. And again, links will be in the show notes. I do want to do one correction before we get to our main topic. During the last episode, the interview with Tom, it's not actually a correction, it's just a creditation, I guess. I don't even know if that's the correct word. During the interview with Tom, we talked about the idea of when you roll for initiative and you roll doubles, that you roll on like an announcer card or a ring announcer card or an interviewer card to get some sort of, wackiness happening when you roll doubles. I didn't know who the promoter was that came up with that idea, but shortly after the interview came out, Booker Bill reached out to me and said that it was his idea and he had floated it. And so I just wanted to give credit to Booker Bill. All right, let's move on to our main topic. Today, we're going to talk about 5 ideas to play more. 5 ideas that you can use to play more wrestling games. We are always running around busy. We've got families, we've got jobs, we've got responsibilities, and we're always thinking to ourselves, man, I wish I could play. How can I play more? I'm going to give you 5 ideas that I have come up with, and actually 2 honorable mentions of ways that you might be able to adapt into your own play style and be able to play more. Now, not all of these are going to work for you. Maybe only one of the 5 will work for you. Maybe none of the 5 will work for you. And that's okay. But maybe there's some idea in here that might spur an idea in your head on how you can adapt for your game table where you can play more. All right, here we go. Idea number 1. These are in no particular order. Number 1 is smaller cards. One of the easiest ways to play more is to run smaller cards. Now, most of us grew up watching big-time wrestling shows that had 8, 10, sometimes 15 matches on the card. Somewhere along the way, we started thinking our tabletop feds absolutely had to mirror that. Here's the thing, they don't. Early territory wrestling often had 3-match cards, and some old TV tapings had 2 matches and an angle, and that was the whole show. Nobody is making you run a marathon card every single gaming session. Now, if you've got time for a big stack super show, absolutely roll it out. But for day-to-day Fed progression, 4 matches is plenty. It's fast, it keeps story momentum tight, and you'll actually play more frequently because the task feels manageable. Shrink the card, increase the playtime. Simple as that. Here's idea number 2. After you finish a card, book the next one immediately. This is sort of a productivity hack that translates beautifully to tabletop wrestling. As soon as you finish a card and you're wrapping up your gaming session, take 5 minutes and book the next one. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a novel or anything. Just write down the date, the arena, a tentative 4-match or however many match lineup. And then when you come back to the table, you get to jump straight into rolling instead of spending your limited play window staring at a blank page, figuring out what comes next. You create momentum for yourself by doing this. And if you book something that no longer makes sense by the time you return, change it. It's your Fed, but having the bones of the next card ready makes it far more likely that you'll actually sit down and play because there is a low barrier of entry to get in, sit down, and start rolling out matches. Idea number 3, shorten your write-ups. A huge time saver. Stop writing novel-length match reports. Unless writing is your favorite part, then absolutely keep doing it. But you don't have to chronicle every suplex and every die roll. For most Feds, all you really need is who was the winner, who was the loser, what was the finish, and one sentence of storyline or major development if you even want to do that. That's it. Your brain will remember the rest. Storylines can live in your head, not on the page. And the less time you spend on long recaps, the more time you spend actually rolling out matches. Your Fed will move faster, and you won't feel guilty for falling behind on your write-ups. Here's idea number 4. Play just one match a day. If all you have is 10 minutes, use those 10 minutes. Play one match a day. That's it. Track the result, and then move on with your day. Over the course of your week, that's 7 matches, nearly 2 full 4-match cards, without ever sitting down for a long session. Small daily sessions add up quickly, and your Fed will feel more alive because you're engaging with it regularly. One match is infinitely better than 0 matches. And here is idea number 5. 1-card storylines. You can also free yourself with a mindset shift. Not every storyline needs to last for 6 cards. Storylines don't have to be epic, sweeping arcs. They can be quick, contained, and satisfying. Try running storylines that only last 1 card. This match is happening tonight, the issue is resolved tonight, and next week both wrestlers move on to something new. Also, in addition to that, not every wrestler needs a storyline. Sometimes it's just the good guys versus the bad guys. The winner moves up, loser goes back to the middle of the pack. Keeping the storyline small, short, and manageable removes the pressure and keeps the momentum of your Fed rolling along. So those are my 5 ideas. I do have 2 honorable mentions that I wanted to say. The first one is use quick play or basic rules for preliminary matches. A lot of wrestling games include basic rules or quick play fast action rules or some simplified resolution mechanics. Use them. Not every match needs to have the full, rolled out, move for move, simulation heavy rule set. Preliminary bouts, enhancement matches, and low card rivalries are perfect candidates for quick resolution. Save your detailed, dramatic rolls for the main event scene. By mixing play styles, you still advance angles and rankings, but you move through the undercard faster, freeing up time and energy to play more overall. And the second honorable mention idea I have is to create, if possible, a dedicated play space. Having a dedicated table or desk where your game can stay permanently set up is a game changer. I know that's not possible for everybody, but if it is possible and you can find some little corner to do this, I highly recommend it. When the dice, charts, and wrestlers are already out, you're far more likely to say, I've got 5 minutes, let me roll out a match. If everything has to be unpacked and then repacked, that friction adds up and you end up not playing at all. Keep your charts, your dice, your cards, a notebook or index cards right there and ready. Remove that setup barrier and your play frequency goes way up. Well, that's just my ideas. I would love to know your ideas. Feel free to comment them wherever you're listening to this episode of the Solo Promoter Podcast. I'm sure there's a million ideas I haven't thought of. And these are just, as I said, 5 to get you going. These are certainly, I'm not saying implement all of these. Maybe there's only one of these that you kind of got the idea for. Maybe there is none of these you got the idea for. Then let me know what you think is a good idea to play more. But these are just some things I was thinking about, and I thought I would pass them along. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. If you have a topic you'd like the show to cover, please leave it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe or follow wherever you're listening to this. Check out my personal feds at gwfpromoter.com and lowpromoter.com. Thanks again to the Golden Circle channel members. Again, they make these videos and these podcasts possible, so I'm very, very grateful to them. The theme song for this podcast is American Guy by Throwing Toasters, used by permission and available on Apple Music, Spotify, and anywhere you get your music. This podcast is not affiliated in any way with any gaming company or their subsidiaries. It's purely for entertainment purposes. This episode is copyright 2025 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Pachoco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com.